Greetings, my good people. Welcome to another episode of On the Come Up podcast with your host, Ace, DJ Ace. I've been getting a lot of comments saying that I got to be more energetic, so I guess I got to, talk and be more presentable. So, yeah, welcome to another episode of On the Come Up podcast with your host, Ace. Ching. Anyways, I got a special guest, not even a good friend. I call this man a brother, a mentor, Mr. Jefe, DJ El Jefe. There's many names, the boss. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, sir?
Everything good, man. Happy here, you know the vibes.
Yes, sir. It's been we got a good history. It's a crazy history how we first met, but we'll go into that later. But just first and foremost, how you feeling? What's your climate? How you feeling today on this Wednesday?
Hey, we feeling good. Good energies. Staying positive and just trying to do better by the day.
For sure. I like that jacket. It's real nice.
Appreciate it.
I mean, it's giving me very green Christmas Grinch vibes.
Christmas time. You got to keep the vibes up, man.
Yes, sir.
Love the vibes.
My first question is, being that you still do it, but you are a former DJ, but you still do it on time to time. How'd you get into music in general? Before we even get into the artist part, how'd you get into music in general?
Well, basically,
what made you fall in love?
What made me fall in love with music? It was kind of like how can I explain it? So my mom used to listen to a lot of music when I was growing up. Okay. And in the Dominican Republic where I was raised,
right.
All the stores, like on the corner stores and stuff like that, they would play music all night long. So it wasn't like I fell in love because I wanted to. I kind of had to fall in love.
Okay.
Because I had school the next day and I used to have to listen to the music playing all night because the stores in the third world countries, they don't care about
right. Especially with your mom cleaning the house and stuff like that.
Exactly, the cleaning. Right? Yeah. That's how I got into the Spanish side of the music. Okay. Because it has two stories since I lived half of my life in the Dominican Republic and then half in the United States. But yeah, that was for the most part, how I fell in love with music was just listening to other people, play music around me, my mom, my cousins, my uncles. My uncle played a big part. He had one of these old school computers, right. The Windows computer. I don't know if you remember in Microsoft, they had the little... the media player. All right, so the media player with the colors and all that. Yeah. So he used to have a playlist with all the new reggaetons, all the new bachatas, all the new merengues, and I used to just sit there on the computer, clicking it and listening to music over and over and over and over again, till I got my own iPod. Fire. One of my aunts, shout out to my aunt, Maweli.
Yeah.
She gave me my first iPod. It was an iPod Mini. And it had the Daddy Yankee album. Yeah. At that time.
Fire.
Had the Daddy Yankee album and
all the hits?
All the hits. At that time he had Barrio Fino out. So she gave me that iPod with all the hits and it was on from there. Right. Then I moved on. I was growing up. That was when I was maybe 10, 11. Then growing up, obviously I came back to the US when I was 13. My cousins, they used to play a lot of music around me. I started learning English or getting used to it because I knew English growing up, but I didn't know it as a primary language.
Right.
So then I got into, that's how I got into the American, hip hop culture.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was able to fall in love with both sides of, the music culture, the Spanish one. And the American side.
When you was growing up in the U.S., who was you listening to the most? Who was your favorite artist coming up?
All right, I was listening to at this time that I recall, Lil Wayne was big. Lil Wayne was big at that time when I came back, which was middle school days. We had Chris Brown at that time. T-Pain was out at that time.
Right.
We had a little bit of R&B going on too at that time. You had the Neo.
Yeah.
You had the Mario coming up at that time.
Right.
You had Lloyd too.
Yeah, so a whole different vibes.
That all the best vibes I think was around.
So
that.
you came prime time, good music.
Yeah, I came to the good era. I came to that you Lloyd, a Lil Wayne.
So you feel like all that music inspires the music you make today?
100%, 100%. I'm mostly inspired in in that era.
That era.
Yeah, 100%.
So also with that coming up, when did you first tap into DJing?
When I tapped into DJing. All right. So, now I remember exactly when I tapped into DJing. So, basically, shout out to DJ Fresh Kid. He was the first one to put me on and to introduce me to DJing.
Right.
I remember it was New Year's. It was one night of New Year's. I was at my house. We did a New Year's party, obviously, after New Year's. Some people go out.
Okay.
I went out on a party. I went to his house for that night. He had the NS7. He had a Newmark NS7 at his house. And I just started playing with it. I started playing with it. He left his computer there. He left the Newmark there, the one with the spinning turntables. And I remember that was the first time, I tried DJing. I just started playing with it. I really liked the vibe of.
Were you good from the jump or you had to lock in?
I feel like I had it in me from the start. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I was good because you have to learn.
Right.
But I did my research, and anybody that knows me as a former DJ can tell, that I actually did my research. I know what I was doing, and I know the concept of what it is to DJ and to be a DJ, and the appreciation of the DJ, which is not appreciated to where it should be at this moment. I feel personally. But yeah, he let me play. From there, I took it on. I told my dad, that I wanted to, continue doing that. Then he bought me my own DJ controller. Okay. It was a Tractor S4 at that time.
Tractor.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's like, my dad's there, telling me, hey, this is the craziest of DJing. This is the best controller.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking at it, all these buttons. I don't know what's going on. I'm expecting a Newmark and a 7.
Right.
It's simple.
You're familiar with it.
Exactly. So what I did was I went online on Facebook. I looked for somebody that had a Newmark and a 7. I asked them if they wanted to trade me for my S4. They did. Okay. Then I got my NS7 and went on with DJ. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. The Tractor though.
Yeah,
Tractor. What made him go? What made him go and get you a Tractor? Just for seeing it?
Nah.
Or he got referred?
He got referred. Okay. He asked around. I guess and my dad's one of those people that if he's gonna get something for you, he wants to get you the best. Okay. He wants to get you the best quality, so you can have the full on experience and you could do. A good job.
Yeah,
basically.
Sure. Shout out Pops.
Definitely. Shout out to Pops, man.
But yeah, speaking of the time when you first came into the US and then you started DJing, how would you say your transition from DJing to music has affected you? Would you say that it was easier for you since these records, how these records go in these clubs and these certain situations, or would it be hard?
I would say, transitioning from a DJ into an artist, to me, obviously for me, it's not gonna be like that for everybody.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's a personal opinion. I think for me it was easier because of the fact that I already understood music in a certain level, in a certain way. Right. That DJing lets you understand, music. So me understanding music to that level, things such as BPM, learning the waveforms of music, timing, cutting good records, because as a DJ you really got to pay attention to the records that you're cutting in the club, because you don't want to mess up a vibe. So just knowing what people like to hear kind of helped me out in, becoming an artist. Okay. Basically, sure. I could say that.
Understood. And I would say another question I have for you is that being that you were a DJ and now people see you as an artist. You present yourself as an artist right now. Do people accept you for that, or is it a little thing where they have to hear you have to hear your sound and where you coming from, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm with it? Or is it a full on like, we respect you as a DJ, but we don't really respect you as an artist? Or is it like, oh yeah, nah, you do your thing regardless?
Yeah, I feel like I've never had like a category I've never felt that way, like people treated me a certain way where I have a category, or as if, oh, he's a DJ, he can only be a DJ.
Oh, you was never stuck in a box.
No, okay. I feel like people just accept, whatever I do, because the person that I am, I like to know and do a little bit of everything. Right. So I feel like people just accepted it. They really didn't question it, and obviously coming with paying attention to what good quality music is, and not like putting out anything. I don't have a lot of tracks out, and I'm trying to just, anything that I do, I try to do it right. So being like that, I feel like they accepted me, quicker, because I came straight up with quality. My bad. A lot of people that that I told them that I was making music and I showed them my music. What I would get a lot is that I sounded like somebody that was already making music.
That's what I was gonna say. Speaking into that, what's your process like for recording?
For recording, honestly, I've been switching up the formula a little bit, but the starter process for me personally is just
like, are you a person that's in home studio? What type of vibe are you?
Nah, I like to get outside the box. I like to, feel different vibes, different environments. For me, recording is I gotta hear a beat and just whatever comes out, I just vibe with it right away. I just know.
So what do you prefer? Do you prefer going out to a studio? Do you prefer like staying home and just saying, oh, like I'm gonna lock in?
Nah. I prefer going out to the studio and just, because I feel like when you stay in the same environment, you clog up your ideas, or you're not as creative.
Okay. And what would you say your category of music is in terms of like, do you put yourself in a box, or you say, oh, I could do pretty much anything?
Like I tell all my friends, like I tell all my people, anything that you want to do, you could do it. And I don't think I have a category for music. If I like it, if I hear myself on a rock beat, I'm going,
But what's your primary genre though?
Primary, honestly, I would say urban music. Okay. Yeah,
urban. So like hip hop, and even on the reggaeton side.
On the Spanish side, you could do the dance hall, you could do the reggaeton, you could do the Afrobeat, the Latin urban, and then on the American side, hip hop, R&B, just urban music in general.
All right, for sure. Yeah. Speaking of which, who are the certain artists that you would say that you get compared to, or they say like your sound, like you fit that certain genre on both sides? So we'll start with the Spanish side.
Starting with the Spanish side, I really haven't gotten no comparisons.
Yeah, I'll say, oh, that's fire. Yeah.
And I actually like that. Yeah. I like that because I don't want to sound like nobody. I really want to have that, that sound where people hear my voice on the track and they could tell off the back, like, oh, that's Jefe. You know.
Right. So on the hip hop side.
On the hip hop side, neither.
Yeah, neither. That's good. You feel me? One person.
I haven't gotten it yet. Anybody feel like I sound like somebody, let me know, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay, so who is somebody you want to collab with on the Spanish side and the hip hop
Spanish side? I definitely want. I shoot for the stars, first of all. I might not be top artist right now in Latin America, but I definitely want to collab with Jay Cortez.
Fire. Hard.
That's one of my favorite artists.
Fire.
Definitely want to collab with Mike Towers.
Fire.
Mike Towers. Bad Bunny is the biggest. Obviously, we all know that, but definitely want to collab with him. There's a lot of them. honestly, there's a lot of good artists out right now.
Yeah.
Is a big generation of, artists out right now.
On the hip hop side.
On the hip hop side, I would say, on the hip hop side, maybe a Uzi.
Uzi?
Yeah, I fuck with Uzi, vibe.
I feel like you and A Boogie could do some crazy shit.
Definitely A Boogie, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely A Boogie. That's one of one of the artists that I really listen to a lot and analyze his music.
Yeah.
So definitely A Boogie.
You heard his new project?
Nah, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it yet.
First track is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta tune in. I've been too much in my Latin American vibe, so I haven't been. Yeah, I haven't tapped in with the American hip hop. But we gonna tune in. Word. We gonna be whoever want to collab and work. I'm down to work with anybody.
Shoot him a DM.
Yeah, definitely. Shoot me a DM.
For sure.
At Jefe JC, you know the vibes.
Word. So recently I seen you was in Colombia. How was that experience? What were you doing?
Colombia, that's my second home.
Okay.
That's where my family is. And the first time that I went there, the love that I got was just unexplainable. People treat you over there with a lot of respect, a lot of love. And I've been going over there just to, record my music over there.
There's artists over there you work with?
Yeah, there's this artist right now that I have a track coming out with. His name is Cálido Time.
Shout out, bro.
Yeah, shout out Cálido Time. Shout out the whole team, Latin Productions. But basically my Latin recording music
process.
Yeah, it's over there. I do it over there.
Over there, okay.
Yeah, I feel comfortable over there. I haven't found anybody here in the area that I feel comfortable with, working 100%. That gives me that, vibe,
same
quality.
Vibes as them, right?
Yeah. Okay. I go out there for that.
All right, for sure. Another question I got for you. Do you feel that the internet nowadays, like for artists, has helped artists get to where they had to get to, or do you feel like at the same time it's hurt artists through so much flooding of music? But at the same sentiment, a person can go viral. Like you could drop a song tomorrow, and next week TikTok done already made it top 10, top 5 song of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a gift and a curse.
Why would you say that?
Cause just like you said, you can become viral in a day.
Yeah.
Just like you become viral in a day, you could lose that in a week.
Right.
Like you'll be viral that day. But when you're viral just off of not quality, not work, just because you went viral, I feel like people don't appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
Or whatever music it was. I feel like right now the way that music is coming out is leaving too quick. Yeah. So we'll listen to a song this week. Next week we listening to another new song. Yeah. That song that we heard last week, gone. Yeah. People not talking about it. We're forgetting because there's so much music, too many artists. I don't know. I feel like it's a gift and a curse at the same time.
Understood.
But it does help.
Yeah, it does help. At the end of the day, I feel like the internet does make it easier for people to find your music.
100%.
Yeah. Another question for you. I know you have a song with Chimbala. You did a remix to Davido. What was that process? How did you even get that collab?
Well, that was obviously, for the people that know me. For those who don't know me, I own a club in Jersey City. It's called Phoebe Reborn. Definitely come check us out.
For sure.
We brought him to the club as a party. And I went to the car that he was in, right. Spoke to him, to his manager. He was a cool guy, definitely good vibes. I showed him my song, and, I said that I would like to collab with him. Right. And he heard the song. He said, yeah, I'm down. Pick me up tomorrow. Right there. Wow. He's like, pick me up tomorrow because I'm leaving.
In town.
Yeah, he was staying in town. He was staying in New York. He's like, pick me up in New York tomorrow, and I'll come record my verse, and
that's crazy.
We'll do it. And
not a lot of artists, especially in his stature, do it like that. Some people be like, oh, you gotta talk to.
Exactly. I don't know what it was, and
perfect timing.
Exactly. I appreciate that he did that, because. For me, starting off as an artist to have a collab with Chimbala, that's big. I haven't promoted the track the way that it's supposed to be promoted yet, but I know that track is gonna be worldwide. You know, so yeah, Chimbala. Shout out to Chimbala.
Did you do another record with him?
Definitely.
What type of vibes? His vibes or another?
Nah, I think we'll do another Afro.
Another Afro?
Yeah. We were supposed to do something.
Yeah. We'll talk about that, you know, coming up. Coming up. Yeah, coming up. What's your favorite song to perform?
As of right now?
Yeah.
Disco.
Yeah. Speaking of disco, let's go into that.
Yeah.
How'd you make that record?
Well, that record is a story about how I met my girl. Yeah, it's the actual story of how I met her. And I actually wrote it with her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, she helped?
She helped.
So she need credit?
Yes, she got credit. Shout out to wifey.
So when it go viral, she need the, you know what I mean, the 5%?
She got 50%.
50%. Okay.
She got the 50%.
Writer credit. That's fire.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Cam.
You shot the video and all that too, right? It's
out.
Yeah.
We shot the video. It's out on YouTube right now. Jefe Disco.
How's it doing?
It's doing great right now. Honestly, I think we're like at 12, 13K right now. Yeah, it's doing good. It's been out for a month, you know. I haven't promoted it too crazy.
Right.
Because I've been, you know, working. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, it's doing good. From what I see, it's doing good. A lot of people like the song, you know.
It's a good song. I heard the record.
Yeah.
It's fire.
When I play it in the club, you know, obviously when I'm DJ, I only DJ at my spot. But when I play it there, you know, like I see people's movement, I read that, you know, and I could tell that the song is good from that.
Yeah, it's a quality song.
100%.
Let's go back to Phoebe. Like I said, I was going to talk about this. Crazy how me and, you know, my brother Jefe done met. I got booked from a promoter to go DJ at his spot. And I'm sitting here with one of my homeboys. Shout out Rob. I was sitting here with one of my homeboys in the Chinese spot next to his spot, and we just talking about, what you gonna play? And he's like, what you gonna play and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. Mind you, I have this white 2000 and something
1997 Apple MacBook,
and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what I'm finna play and stuff like that. And then he comes in, Rico Suave, just come in with the jacket, walking in. He look at me like, and just keep walking. Let me get my, you know, my order. Thank you. Have a good night. I'm just like, who was that? I never seen him before. I'm like, who was that? Then we go in, and I see him there. So I'm like, oh, okay, he must be somebody important or somebody. And then I get on, and I'm spinning, and he looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who is this guy? And I'm spinning too, and I'm going. I'm doing it. And he's like, records he's playing, it's like, he's doing all right.
The computer ain't it, but the computer ain't it, but the records is it, man. I seen him DJing, I was just like, yo, this guy got it. You know, the computer was 1997 MacBook Pro. I'm like, yo, we need to get my man's a new computer ASAP, cause he got it. And you was DJing sideways. He was DJing sideways. Most DJs, I don't know a lot of DJs that DJ sideways, but most DJs DJ vertical. Yeah. But yeah, that's funny story, man. I thought he was gonna fuck up the night. I was like, man, who brought this DJ here with this 1997 computer? He's not gonna play nothing. And then Ace came through and did his thing. I was like, yo, you got it, my boy.
Nah, from then
I gotta tap in. I'm like, yeah, that's my guy.
Saw the potential, and now
ever since, man, ever since
been locked in. So 100%. I would say, for an upcoming, as you are upcoming artist yourself, got a few more questions before this ends. What advice was given to you that made you say, all right, I got this on lock, I'm gonna just keep doing this? What was that one advice that somebody gave you that made you say, all right, I guess I'm doing the right thing?
I wouldn't say it's a direct I never got a direct advice. I will always get support, obviously, from my parents. You know, like my dad's a really big supporter, my mom as well. And just growing up, my dad, you know, he was locked up a certain amount of time, and he would just always give me that energy. I used to play baseball back then. He would just always give me that energy, like anything you want to do, you could do it.
Support,
you know, and just give me that moral support, right, where, you know, anything that you want to do in life, you can do it.
Right.
And then besides that, I would say, since I'm so connected to God, you know, I'm a big God believer. I feel like, you know, just being connected to him, I just feel like, you know, nothing could stop me.
Right.
You know, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Everybody might not feel like that.
Right.
I have up and downs, you know, I have days where I don't feel well, or I may, you know, be going through it. But at the end of the day, you know, Jesus went through a lot more and he did it for all of us. So why can't we go through certain things, you know, get through it and get to where we want to be? So I just feel like, you know, when you with God, nothing could stop you.
Nothing
you know?
could go wrong.
That's it.
Amen to that. You got any upcoming stuff going on?
Yeah, I'm about to drop a new track January, I believe.
Okay.
With Cálido, the kid from Colombia.
So some Spanish vibe.
Yeah, Spanish vibe. I'm focusing more on the Spanish side right now. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's gonna be crazy. The track is called Malvada.
Oh, yeah?
It's coming out with the video and everything.
Fire.
I shot the video over there in Colombia. I was just over there.
Word.
Just got back. And yeah, it's gonna be super dope. You know, anybody that's in tune with us, check us out. Jefe JC, Malvada, Cálido time is gonna be crazy.
Word up. I'm looking forward to that for real. I want to see the video.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, just shout out your IGs, your social medias, your handles, your everything, brother.
Alrighty. We got the Jefe JC. You can follow me at Jefe JC, or you can follow me at Jefe JC Official. Those are my 2 pages right now. Also, you can follow at Phoebe.reborn. And that's my club right there. And you guys already know it's all love here. Shout out to all the team, Latin Productions, Chessy. We got Jair, Cálido, El Niga, everybody. You already know, guys.
Yes, gang.
Yes, sirski. We on a come up.
Know that. Thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for watching. Once again, I go by DJ Ace. Make sure you follow us at OTCU Pod. Once again, at OTCU Pod. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Don't just watch and go away.
Please subscribe. Like,
we need all the family, the fans that we can get, so we can build this up to the quality
man.
that you need.
Let's support each other. Let's support each other on a come up.
So yeah, brother, I appreciate your time.
Alrighty, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.